Hey guys, Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another edition of One on One. And on today's episode, I'm going to talk a bit about selecting a comic book presser. But before I get there, hey, guess what? When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I am going to have a draw. I'm going to be giving out this copy of She-Hulk #1 and this copy of Moon Knight #1. Both will be pressed, cleaned, and graded on me and sent to some lucky winner. And you know what? There's going to be some other prizes too. Check out the info section below for more information on that. All right, guys. Yes, just like I said, I want to talk about selecting a comic book presser. That's what I am, a comic book presser. I'm located up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. I've been doing this for 10 years. I think it's 10 years. I always forget exactly how long. It seems like 10 years. But I want to talk a bit about it because as of late at my shop, I've had a couple of customers, new clients that have come to me complaining about other comic book pressers. And I'm not going to mention any names in this video. I'm not going to be, attacking anybody here. I just want to talk about this because, as you know, if you're a comic book collector or investor or whatever, you know that right now this industry has gone bananas. CGC's wait times are at an all-time high. Months and months before you get your books back for grading. Books are garnering top dollar. Certain books are garnering top dollar at Heritage and at Comic Link and other auction houses and on eBay, what have you. So there's a comic book fever going on. And when there's a comic book fever going on, everyone kind of loses, they don't lose control, but they kind of lose track of their senses sometimes because everyone's in a rush. And when you're in a rush, that's when problems happen. And that's what I want to talk about today. A couple of clients came to me in the last few weeks complaining about problems with other pressers. One fella came in last week and basically said that one of his comics was destroyed by a comic book presser. Other people are telling me, other clients are talking about real problems with the whole sending their books to CGC. And if you think the wait times are bad, add on top of that other problems. And I'm not going to go into great detail about the problems they're having, but let's just say that there are issues when it comes to sending their books off to be graded. Books going missing, packages going missing, that sort of thing. And this sort of thing should not be happening. Your comics should not be getting destroyed. Your packages should not be getting lost. And I want to calm everybody down a little bit. Understand something right now. Like I said, the wait times are huge at CGC. Any good presser will tell you that they themselves have lengthy wait times right now. As you all know, if you're following me on my channel, you know that I'm currently working on books from mid-April right now. I'm getting to May pretty soon. Other pressers that I know, south of the border, even up here in Canada, are busy. I'm talking 6 to 12 week turnaround times just for pressing. And some are even longer than that. There's a reason for that though, right guys? If someone is backed up, it's probably because they're good. No? I mean, why would someone wait that long? But the problem is this, because there are these wait times, this is what other people decide that they want to join in and become professional pressers, if you want to call us that. And they start advertising or pressing for other people. Unfortunately, these people are A, not insured, B, don't have enough experience, C, don't have enough experience working on big books, D, they're not CGC authorized dealers, even though many claim that they are. And in doing this, all kinds of problems are going to happen. So what I'm going to say to you is this, just please be careful when you're shopping. Or look, and I'm not, again, I'm not saying you have to use me as your presser. There are hundreds of fantastic pressers out there, comic book pressers. But be patient. If you know someone who's reputable, someone who's been around for a long time, wait for them. Wait for them to do the work on your books. Don't just go to some newbie who opened up shop last week and now has a 0 turnaround time. Now, I'm not saying this newbie isn't good, by the way. This newbie could be a fantastic comic book presser. But if you're going to use them, start slow. Don't give them an AF-15. Don't give them high-end modern books. Modern books are tricky to press. Give them some, lower valued books. Try them out. Make sure they, work with them slowly. Build up that relationship. Honestly, guys, most of my clients now are repeat customers. I've had the same customers for, I'm getting a lot of new customers, don't get me wrong, but the core group of my clients are people I've worked with over and over and over again. We've built that relationship. They know what they're going to get from me. There's no surprises, and you don't want surprises. You don't want to have a phone call saying, hey, yeah, 3 of your books turned out great. The other one, well, it got singed in the press, or it got dropped, or, it went missing. I can't find it, or I mixed it up with someone else's book. You don't want that. Okay? So what I'm saying is take your time, breathe, do your due diligence when you're selecting somebody, and make sure you pick someone good. This reminds me of a time, and this is going totally off topic, when I was building a garage, and I decided to build this I wanted it done earlier, but the way it was worked with the architect of the city giving me permission to build it, I didn't have permission to start building until the fall. Well, the fall rolls around, and guess what? Could I find anyone to lay concrete? No, I could not find. I called all my friends who had people in the concrete business, and not one could fit me in. But I really wanted to get this darn thing done. So what did I do? I started, going to my local classifieds and finding anybody that could do the job. So I found one person who took a $1,000 deposit from me, actually a $1,500 deposit from me, came, started building the form for the concrete, and then I never saw them again. So I paid $1,500 for a few 2x4s and a couple of hours of labor. So yeah, I got ripped off. I found another guy. A few weeks later, I told him what had happened. He was very sympathetic. He wasn't this guy came in, started working right away. He did a great job doing the form, finished the form off, put all the rebar in. I was pretty impressed with him. But then came the day to pour the concrete. Let's just say he didn't order enough. It was a big mess. Long story short, the concrete job was terrible. It was a terrible job. It was all, not level. It caused a lot of problems down the road. Anyways, long story short, I stopped building that fall and waited to the spring. And the entire 7 months that I was waiting to start construction again, my gut was wrenching because I wasn't patient. I didn't wait for a good contractor, a good concrete contractor to come and do the work. I just grabbed somebody because I was kind of desperate. Don't be desperate when it comes to your comic books. Don't be desperate. Take your time. There's no rush. The books aren't going to come back from CGC anytime soon anyway. I want to stop hearing these stories that people come to me in the shop and say, I was going to call you, but then I knew you had a long turnaround time, so I went with this guy, and then he destroyed my book, or he lost my book, or my book's been in limbo for the last 14 months in CGC hell. I don't want to hear that anymore. Okay? So please, again, another one-on-one, which is more like a public service announcement. When you're looking for a presser, take your time, do your due diligence, and if you're working with somebody new, give them a few lower valued books to work on first. Try them out. Make sure their work is up to par, And I do recommend, at the end of this video, I'm going to put a link to another video I did about, things you should consider when selecting a presser as well. Things like, insurance and how long they've been doing the work for, what have you. It's a good video I did a few months back. I'm going to post that again. Again, the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm not joking. The last 3 weeks I've been at my shop. Each week I've been open. I've had a new person come in and give me a story, a horror story. I don't want to hear these horror stories. This is a fun hobby. The last thing you want to do is to get in a situation where you lose the joy and the enjoyment and love for this because of somebody who isn't who's taking advantage of you, or is inadvertently destroying your books because they don't know what they're doing. They don't have the experience to do your books properly. Okay, guys. Again, ask around. Look, go on Facebook. Ask your Facebook friends for references, that sort of thing. That's what you want. You want people that have been around for a long time, and expect a wait. Don't expect your books to get done right away. Anyways, guys, that's it. The lecture is now over. Okay. So, thanks. Hey, I'd like to know, do you have any stories to tell about contractors you may have selected to do work for you that turned out to be an absolute horror story? Let us know in the comment section below. And you know what? Don't mention any names, though, guys. I don't want this to be like an attack session. Just let us know if you've had any situations that didn't turn out so hot because of maybe you were jumping the gun or you want to get a job done a little too quickly. Anyways, guys, I'm going to try to post another video later this week. And again, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Remember, by subscribing to the channel and leaving a comment, you automatically enter yourself for a chance to win one of these 2 awesome key books and some other cool stuff. Check out the details in the info section below. Until next time, my friends, you take care. Bye now.